Your name is Toby.
Your name's fucking Toby.
Yo, this goes out to the
Pretty nasty name, Toby.
niggas out there trying to run fucking game. Bitch, don't you know game recognize game? Yeah, this goes out to
What's up, you jabronis?
Back the fuck off. Nigga don't front. Nigga don't play. I'm not giving a fuck what you say. Freak nasty.
This episode is for the robots.
This episode is brought to you by robots. What's up, you jabronis? It's time for another installment of the fucking Humpcast, kids. This week is brought to you by Common Sense. They're the best fucking gift shop in town. Swag and the letter Z.
Got that.
Fucking freak Nancy, dude.
I love freak.
Humpcast jabronis.
Talking like 1990s, fucking The Rock.
It's a letter A, the letter A. It's brought to you. It's brought to you.
You think when The Rock is getting cock blocked, he goes, "Hey, don't rock block."
Really?
Yeah, he does.
Is that a line that was said in real life?
Yep.
What?
No,
Where?
No,
No, alright.
no rock blocking at this party.
Absurd. Absurd. What is up, biznatches? Another fucking week of the Humpcast is underway, and I couldn't be more goddamn excited. This week, we have Frank, the guitar player from FLUXX. Whee!
Fucking FLUXX.
Yeah, Frank. And we got Jake, the snake, and
Or the cake.
the cake.
Whatever you prefer.
That's right.
You like snakes
Fucking
and cakes.
hilarious. When you gave me his number, that's what I put down as his name. Was Jake the
You
Snake.
can't help it.
First thing I thought of, Jake the Snake fucking Roberts.
It's the first
Yeah.
fucking thing. So thanks for coming back and tuning in. We missed a week last week. Actually, I do have some footage from last Wednesday, and I'm going to be putting up some clips from that. We didn't come up with a usable podcast, but it's certainly an entertaining one. So I think you're going to want to look forward to looking for some clips for podcast number 3, the Lost episode.
Was that
So,
your?
yeah, that was. Oh yeah, that happened here. Yeah, you'll be entertained by that one. Actually,
Sounds good. I'll remember it.
DC Apollo showed up at the end after the cop showed up. So anyway,
I wasn't here.
Yeah, it was.
I
Yeah.
wasn't here for that one.
No, you weren't here for that one. No, you weren't here for that one. So anyway, this week we want to thank, of course, our sponsors, Common Sense, and we got a shout out to Talking Movies. They're another local podcast that goes on, and a bunch of, I think for the most part, it's all dudes that work at Last Stop CD Shop.
That's the
Nice
way it
little-
looked, man.
The beardless employee.
Yep,
Yeah, the beardless dude.
all
Well,
that.
yeah, and then there was the sassy bearded guy,
Hell yeah, dude.
and so I don't
Big
know.
old beards and no beards.
Yeah, right.
No.
Super Chase HQ. That's what it's at.
All right. Well, anyway, so we were talking about some stuff earlier. Maybe stick to things that we're really familiar with would probably be best, because if we talked about nanotechnology, I don't know what to say. 'Cause I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But we were talking about like violence.
Stupid people who
Right. Violence as kids.
we use.
We were talking about violent as shit movies that we watched when we were kids, dude. Mortal Kombat for sure.
Well, by
Look
the
at this
games.
fucking
It's
game.
by the
Super
video
Chase
games.
HQ, man. This game is fucking classic. They had it at
Yeah.
Gigglebees. You fucking, that was like
They had to giggle.
They did. Dude, it was like my favorite
They
one.
did.
You get to
Fucking
go and
crazy.
smash the shit out of the fucking the criminal's car.
I don't remember the game.
You don't remember this game? Oh, it's terrific. It's where you're a cop.
I just remember this screen right here because I never played it.
It's a great game, dude.
Poor
Like
family. Poor family.
Wow. I
This
We
game
went there for the
is sweet.
pizza.
mean, right.
And the bumper cars, and then my mom was broke. That was it. That's all
But we're
she
still
wrote
hungry.
right
We
there.
get wasted in a
No,
game.
in this game you get to smash the shit out of these cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You keep like fucking running up on them, fucking.
And
Yeah,
they're
like
the
old
bad
school
guys in
Burnout,
this
right?
game. They're actual bad guys because they're shooting at you while you're just peacefully trying to run them off the road.
Peacefully.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peacefully trying to destroy their vehicle.
Make you hit this tree?
Right. Right. Well, then, like in movies, I mean, talking movies, like we're talking RoboCop 2, like that movie's violent as shit. Like I just
Oh
watched
yeah,
it the
dude.
other
That's
day.
not a kids movie, and we watched it as kids.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean?
Terminator 2. I was a Terminator 2 kid.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Like Terminator 2. Oh yeah, big time.
Well, I'm sure we all grew up and watched like Jason and Freddy movies and shit.
I actually
Just,
never
like,
did.
You did?
Definitely should have. I still haven't seen them, dude. No.
You haven't seen any
done it,
Jason
didn't
movies?
No.
Really?
No.
I've
I've seen a few
the
scenes
whole
here and there,
fucking lot.
that whole thing, but that's it.
Not that Jason movies are anything spectacular. They're alright.
Oh, dude, but
Jason's kind of a dry character.
they
but-
consistently show titties though, which is nice. And
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
filler. It's
great
not enough
movies.
for me. Like I
Oh,
like Freddy
no,
because
no,
he's
no.
got fucking a
Does
personality.
The movie
I'm
fill
not
out
saying it
nice?
makes it a great movie, but yeah, no. The
you don't want to
the original styles in which the original styles in which he
he
fucking you know what I mean? He takes people out and fucking the brutal way he does it. Like just
Sure.
And what
Yeah,
was-
gore wise, it was definitely good, and like creativity
really like
as far as
yeah,
the kill scenes, it was definitely good. But
yeah, I mean
for its time, it was.
they're
fucking
keeping shit
sensational.
fresh. Like it was almost, you know what I mean? It would be, it's like, you know, I don't know. Would you say it's comical? It's comical. It's comical if
It
you're
is
if it's comical if you're not alone, right? And then if you're alone, you're just like, oh fuck, damn, that was messed up, man. That motherfucker,
Yeah.
motherfucker rolled that chick up in a sleeping bag and.
Oh,
slammed
that's
her
the
against
good one. That's
fucking-
Freddy versus Jason.
He did that on
That
there?
was fucking awesome. He rolls some chick in a sleeping bag and then slams her into the tree and then beats the other chick to death with the chick in the sleeping bag.
No way.
Yeah, dude,
It's
you've never
pretty
seen that.
badass. It's a later one. It's Freddy versus Jason is what it is.
Dude, you see Jason
Or
X?
it's Jason X. That's the one it is.
Yeah, maybe
It's
that's
Jason
it.
X.
Dude, he takes a chick's face, puts it in liquid nitrogen,
And
And
smashes
and
it.
smashes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what?
Not that we're advocating like
face smashing.
brutality against women. That's not what's going on here. We're just talking about.
What an unnecessary disclaimer. All right, so
Hey, everything you talked about was killing chicks.
we don't need to clarify, like, you know, like it was dudes too. Like he would take out fucking just people in general.
Oh yeah, exactly, dude.
in just brutal ways.
Generally, people who were kind of, sinful, I guess, as you.
Well,
would
yeah,
call
that
it.
was the thing. They always set it up. That's why I said
Evil,
they
if you
consistently
wanna
would
call
show the
it.
titties. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, it was those same old fucking like scream.
If you're gonna get laid,
classics.
you're gonna die.
Drug,
that
sex, yeah, exactly.
Jason Christ
Drug,
does
sex,
not
and gore.
like sins.
I haven't seen those movies in a fucking long time, man.
Yeah, I mean they were all right.
But when I
back in
did,
the
I
day.
know I
can't
was
watch them anymore.
inappropriately young. I don't.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. But I don't think it necessarily ruined my perception of the world or anything like that.
Didn't rob your fucking.
No, it didn't rob my innocence or anything like that.
Well, you said earlier you're like what 20, 26, 27, right?
Yeah, 27.
27. So yeah, you're only 3 years younger than me. So I mean, we're a closer shot than Jake over here, who's like a child of the ultraviolence.
That's probably
You know
why.
what I mean?
See, but he has
Did you
seen
see
this.
his eyes light up when we said smash? Like fucking smash a chick with another chick in a sleeping bag, and he's just like, what? Really?
Yeah, dude.
Why have I not seen this? Fucking, it's just ridiculous, man. Like it makes me fearful. Like I have a kid.
I think it's less violent now than it was back in the day, to be honest with you.
You think
Completely.
so?
Absolutely.
Media.
'Cause I mean,
maybe media.
like when I was 7 or 8, that's when I saw the first UFC. You ever seen UFC, the very original
shit
UFC,
was raw.
where it was no weight classes, no fucking gloves. The referee was standing on the outside of the cage. Yeah.
People are grabbing nuts and fucking,
Yeah, you watch
just
a
getting,
300-pound guy fight a
completely
fucking 135-pound guy.
nasty.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Dude, that's the old school UFC, man.
Where did
that's
these take? Was this backyard fucking wrestling?
No, this is
basically,
old
upgraded?
school UFC, man. It's
Really?
one of the first 5 UFCs were like that.
This
Oh,
is past
shit.
Bellator. This is fucking.
Oh,
not
this is
Pride.
way back in
This
the
is
day. Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
dude.
Pride doesn't have weight classes either, so Pride was kind of, but it was a
And they don't have
Japanese
gloves
thing.
either. Yeah, they don't wear gloves either.
I think they do now.
Really?
Well, not anymore. Obviously, Pride is over, but they did wear gloves. They wore the little 8-ounce gloves.
Everything we were watching
Little tiny.
We were watching Vanderlei Silva the other day and
Oh,
all that stuff. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Vanderlei's pretty good, but the
Come
Spider
on.
Anderson Silva is fucking. He's the badass.
Well,
man.
yeah.
Pound for pound.
I'm kind of curious,
Sick.
that origin of UFC shit. It seems like they have the YouTubes locked down pretty tight. Like if you type in UFC, you get some highlights.
Oh yeah,
but-
dude, you're just gonna get highlights. They control that shit pretty well. But
But
if
that
you're a
original
pirate,
shit, right? You're sailing the
you
seas.
can find that shit.
You're sailing the
cyber
the
seas.
Wi-Fi, yeah, the cyber seas.
You
Just
can find
fucking
that
rogue, just renegade. You can find it, huh?
Yeah, I used to have an old school UFC highlight knockouts deal. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was really
It's
good.
not on VHS.
No, it was on DVD. Sure as shit it was. But it was during the Chuck Liddell era and Randy Couture. I don't know. I'm a big UFC geek. That's probably why.
That's awesome. Honestly,
Watch the shit out of that.
yeah. I would watch it.
this is sweet.
I would watch it when it was on. And I'd like a lot of the, you know, when it first came out and shit, and then, you know, like basically like got to a lot more submission, you know what I mean, type stuff. Then it seemed like it progressed that way.
That shit's boring.
Right, it got to be just a little bit more.
It can
boring.
turn into more of a wrestling match.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. See, I'm
starting to get.
I was a wrestler when I was in high school and like middle school, so I learned all that kind of like basic Greco-Roman.
Get a little appreciation
Guillotines
for
and all that kind of stuff. And I understand that's actually more of the metagame, what happens. If you get somebody to the ground, that's where the real men shine. Because anybody can get that lucky punch on the button, you know, right on the side of the chin, right here.
That's true.
But, you know, it takes a lot more technique and knowledge to win on the ground. Because so many people just curl up in the fetal position and freak out. You know, like they don't know what to do.
Well, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that's why.
That's how it is now.
I
I mean, everybody knows fucking
anymore.
jiu-jitsu and shit, so. You know.
See, but anymore, I'd rather watch like even boxing or something, even old highlights just for fun or whatever, because it's more entertaining than watching two dudes on the ground trying to choke each other out.
Yeah, grappling
It's
is not. It
true.
just doesn't have that same kind of flair as, you know what I mean, a stand-up fucking fight. But
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. It's not that exciting. It can be exciting if it happens fast.
Sure.
But, you know.
Yeah.
Some of those arm bars and crazy shit. That's
Yeah, like a Flying Dutchman or some shit where some guy flips
Are they
up,
doing that
flips him over
guillotine?
the arm bar.
What the fuck is that thing where they're actually holding them out off the ground or some shit?
Where they
Like a
hold them like
vertical,
this
they got like a
underneath and then they
vertical.
lift up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a standing guillotine.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's all sorts of
Well, yeah.
cool
So let's talk about fucking what you do here in Sioux Falls musically and stuff. So you're a guitar player for FLUXX.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about your history, about, you know, where you're coming from with guitar. Like, when did you start playing?
God, I think it was 15.
Wow, kind of later.
15 was kind of when I got my first guitar. Okay, let me clarify. It was when I got my second guitar. First time I got my guitar, I was 8 or 9. I lived in Harrisburg at the time, and there's a nice guy who lived across me in a wheelchair and shit, and I used to like help him do things, like, you know, give him assistance when he needed it, like carry shit for him, or, you know, like when he's getting in and out of his car and shit like that. I'd go over and help him out, and he gave me an old acoustic of his, and that was my first guitar, and I had it for about a year. He gave me like mild lessons. I didn't really pick anything from it, I guess. The best I could say. He was not a very good guitar player. But during that same time, that's when my first sibling was born, and he was like 1, 2 years old, bouncing on the bed, flipped off the bed, landed right on the guitar, broke it in half. So that's why I
What's up, brother?
didn't have that until 15. So
Not
but
much.
at 15 is when I got my first job, so that's when I bought my first acoustic guitar, and I started on acoustic.
Right on, dude. That's awesome. And so, like, what got you initially into like metal and shit like that?
My dad had like a collection of like 8 CDs. He had like almost no musical stuff. I mean, it was like Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Ted Nugent, and then the Black Album by Metallica.
Right
And
on.
that Black Album by Metallica is kind of what brought me into the metal spectrum. Once I heard that, I was like, this is amazing. You know, like I heard Inner Sandman. That's what got me. It's like when I heard Inner Sandman, that main riff, I was like, oh, that's so awesome. So then I went out and bought like all the Metallica albums. And once I heard Master of Puppets, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Started
I
digging.
wanna learn
deeper
to
and
do
deeper.
this.
Yeah, it sounded like wow.
So-
I didn't really. Yeah, okay.
And then, you know, it just progressed over time. I think everybody has that where it progresses over time.
Oh, yeah.
And you start off with like I started off with
Sure.
Metallica, and I thought Metallica was so amazing. And then you start finding, you know, you just keep digging, you'll find, you know, Megadeth, and you'll find Slayer.
Fell
and,
down the rabbit hole.
yeah, and next thing you know, I'm listening to fucking In Flames and
Yeah.
Black Dahlia Murder, and it just keeps festering and rolling up.
What's some of the heaviest shit that you think you listen to right now? Like,
Oh, right now I listen to all sorts of shit. Obviously, I'm wearing a Faceless t-shirt right now.
Oh, nice. I
I
saw those
love
guys.
Faceless. I love.
Those guys are cool.
Some people talk shit about the like deathcore sound, but there is good deathcore bands like Through the Eyes of the Dead is fucking
Oh, I like
amazing.
them. Yeah, I like
Same with Whitechapel. Whitechapel I think is a quintessential sound for deathcore. That's the sound. If there's any good sound in deathcore, it's Whitechapel.
Yeah.
They're a good band.
It's Whitechapel. But I mean, I don't know. I listen to Psychroptic, Eon. The Black Dahlia Murder is my favorite band of all time, hands down. Can't even. Everything they make for me is gold. So, That's probably the most inspiring thing. Opeth's another big one that I'm like a huge fan of. You know, but I'm also a sucker for a catchy chorus. You know, so like bands like Killswitch Engage and
Oh, sure.
you know, like As I Lay Dying and God, All the Remains. Those bands
Have-
all
have you
grab me
heard-
during those times too.
Have you heard Infant Annihilator yet?
Dude, yeah.
Negative. No, I haven't.
They're fucking pretty redonk. And they've got a really silly video out called Decapitation Fornication. Where they're like running around the forest being gay as fuck. It's like two dudes. It's really disturbing.
The song's
it's-
awesome.
See, you know, that kind of stuff
The
is
music
like,
is
yeah.
fucking it's so good, but it's like, you know, they're basically just kind of poking fun at, you know what I mean?
Is it like
Everyone's
good, like chaotic?
I'll show you
Like
the
highly
fucking-
technical? Because for me, like highly technical, like I'm a weird
highly technical, yeah.
listener as far as like highly technical. Like
It's solid,
you can
man.
play really
Oh, yeah,
fast,
oh,
and it's not really impressive
No,
to me.
no,
like
no.
like for me, highly technical is somebody like Animals as Leaders,
Yep.
somebody like Tosin Abasi, who can
I
fucking
haven't heard that one.
tear
That's
that
that's
shit
Animals as
up.
Leaders.
Yep, he plays an 8-string.
Oh, okay, all right. I was
Animals
like,
as Leaders.
is that a band? I was like,
He's the guitar
I like
player for
Animals. I have one album by them. And it's really
Yep.
really progressive. They use a lot of electronic stuff. And like,
Absolutely. Well, it's really original. I think that's what progressive really stands for. Is it's something that's experimental that you haven't heard, like Meshuggah.
yeah, I suppose.
Or they have their own
You're
sound.
pushing it, yeah.
Lots of people like to try and mimic Meshuggah, but
Yeah,
nobody
a lot
fucking
of them
sounds like
do it.
Meshuggah, dude.
That's
Nobody's
true.
even
There
close
is a
to
lot. There is a lot.
Meshuggah's sound. They're
Yeah.
just trying to feed off their fucking money
Yeah,
tree.
Rings of Saturn.
Whoa.
You listen to much of those guys?
Corvette with the
Negative.
Uzi? Oh, that's supposed to
Yeah,
be-
I've not heard
Rings of
Rings of
Saturn's pretty like crazy. I think
Yeah,
those
they're
guys they're Australian.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about them either. I'm gonna start.
They're
digging.
good. They got
yeah.
some weird stuff going
They
on.
do, dude. Like, yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, just basic. You know, I don't know, tech metal, progressive metal, fucking, you know, spaz, whatever. Like, fucking, there's a lot of like different, you know, where like death metal, like that can get progressive. You know what I mean? That gets
Yeah.
technical and shit like that.
Sure.
Brain drill, fucking.
Yeah,
is,
brain drills. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Bass,
Where it's
string,
like I'm
bass,
not a big
fucking-
fan of that. I'm just
Well,
not.
really? Wow, that
Yeah.
shit's entertaining. Have you ever heard Burning the Masses?
Yes, I have.
That fucking, like, some of that shit is just insane.
I'm not gonna say that it's not mind-bogglingly like fucking technical. It is, but
Catchy,
I
nice,
crave
groovy.
melody.
Yeah.
I crave melody. I
Oh,
crave
yeah.
groove.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite bands is Devil Driver.
Sure.
I'm like a huge
Those guys
Devil
are
Driver
fucking
fan.
really like battering ram. Like they
They're
just fucking
so
they're just
groovy.
like yeah.
That's what breaks me. It's like every riff is like something you could take a bite out
Well, it
of.
certainly makes
That's
it
what I
more
love.
substantial.
I can't get into them.
Fucking.
I can't. I
Yeah.
like it, but it's just that's all. I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not like, yeah, Devil Driver, fuck it. No, it's just,
I don't think you've
it
heard
sounds
enough of
good,
them then,
you know?
dude, because fucking.
For me, they have moments that are just like pure awesomeness. I love how they
Yeah.
end songs and they begin songs. Their songwriting process is what really brings me into them. You know, I've heard people who are obviously better guitar players. You know, like
Psychotic
Dime.
shit.
yeah, like Psychroptic, like Joe Haley. He's
Joe
fucking
Haley, yeah.
amazing. He's amazingly good.
Yeah.
And to me, Psychroptic sounds like a better version of Lamb of God.
Because his brother band.
It is.
Wow.
It's not just a brother band. It's because of the grooviness. And
Totally
he plays
different.
in drop D. and it's the
Psychroptic?
whole yeah.
Psychroptic.
Plays
is
it
fucking
fucking
insane,
drop
dude.
D, dude.
What?
Drop D.
Yeah, they've really got some cohesive shit going on
Oh,
between
I-
their guitar player
yeah,
and their drummer,
it's
man. Oh my
amazing.
It's
god.
the note
Good shit.
choices that you would never guess is tuned up that high.
And a lot of the legato choices, like you can write heavy shit in standard tuning. There's no.
Yep.
It's not all gonna sound like old school Metallica. Or,
Used to think that way, but yeah, it's
I don't
definitely
feel that way
not.
at all.
Oh, I used to. But yeah, that's definitely not the way it goes. You
No,
listen to these bands, Lamb of God, Psychroptic, they're doing these fucking things on the guitars and with the drums to where you're like,
That are original enough to where you could still,
yep.
you know, it's fucking heavy.
And then you go to, hey, what are they tuned to? Drop the E? Are you kidding me? This is as close to standard as you can get.
It's like, I thought it was supposed to sound happy.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
You know, it's
Yeah,
not
that-
very metal if it sounds happy. So some people think I'm weird like that. Is where, like a band like In Flames is fucking perfect for me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, I think we did a lot of stuff in that vein with fucking Collapse.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew
that
that
was
you were a
fucking-
big In Flames fan too, and you like Killswitch Engage and a lot of those other bands. You're into that kind of stuff too, because melody's important. I feel
Well-
the melody is what ties the music to being emotional.
Melody plus harmony. But I mean, at the same time, like I mean, it's totally up to the individual how they want to mix it up, and
True.
and how they're gonna throw in the dirty or fucking how heavy they want to get, and like after hanging out with Jake and shit and like hearing fucking bands like Spawn of Possession or fucking Wretched,
Awesome.
you know what I mean?
Wretched, yeah.
Revocation, fucking
Revocation's
like it's
a little crowbar.
I feel like I've got so much of that fucking harmony and shit like already ingrained in my brain that like I really like listening to the dirty shit, because then it'll fucking I can start to get more of a marriage, because no one wants to be dominated by one sound.
Oh no. That's
horrible, man. It's a cage.
That's just it's a
Not
cage,
fully.
man. And that happens a lot in the death metal though, especially where they feel like because it's heavy, they have to stay heavy. You
Just
can't-
pick nasty notes, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean you can just do chromatics all the fucking time. You don't have to be
Right.
melodic, you know.
Right. No, fuck.
And for
But if you
me-
built an empire on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, if you built an empire on it, that doesn't mean you have to do it, dude. You know, like
Yeah.
I think that
Unless you
metal
wanna piss
musicians
off all
are
your
more
fan base.
musicians than the average musician. As in, they're more eclectic. Like, I don't know, like, you guys probably listen to stuff that's not metal.
Oh, absolutely.
I
yeah.
listen to all sorts of shit that isn't metal.
Yep.
You
Name one thing.
know. Metal's my favorite genre.
Who,
I
me?
listen to all sorts of things.
Yeah, no, I listen to.
Aren't even close to metal, like, nowhere near it.
How about Rat-a-tat?
No, I'm talking, like,
I haven't had a chance to dive into those albums too much, but I know you really like them.
Crazy, dude. Do
but,
it.
like, the blues. Like, we were just listening to
it.
Stevie
The
Ray
blues,
Vaughan
yeah,
and
Stevie
shit.
Ray Vaughan.
You know, and, like, for me, John Mayer. I listen to John Mayer, which is kind of a weird
Fired.
thing for thing.
Fuck out.
I
No,
knocks
okay.
people out,
Here's
but
the
I
thing.
appreciate his harmonies and his songwriting processes. You know, I appreciate that he puts a lot of effort in on those songs. There's lots of layers.
Sure. I mean, I like such a wide variety of shit, man. Like fucking, like I like surf rock, like old school surf rock.
Fuck yeah,
by
dude.
the Ventures.
Fucking, Dick
My
Dale.
favorite.
Oh yeah,
Dick
Dick
Dale.
Dale's awesome.
My favorite album by the Ventures is the Ventures Do the Country Classics. And I don't know if you've had an opportunity to fucking hear that album, but there is like some fucking awesome, just like fucking like cool, just fucking like tapping, like fucking like techie like shit. going
Yeah,
on.
you'd be surprised as to
You know
how
what I mean?
like
Like, what was
how
that?
that shit happens.
Is that just a
How
random
it's
little
done.
fucking like?
Yeah.
No, that shit's fucking really legit.
How about George Thorogood?
George Thorogood's another one I really like.
He's awesome with that slide. That's one thing I've never really gotten too good
Oh
at.
yeah, dude.
I can.
Well, this challenge. Okay, but outside of
Leonard
like,
Skinner.
okay, outside of rock,
Leinert Skynyrd. I've honestly been heard
outside
that.
of outside of rock or blues, what do you listen to?
rap. A little bit.
Okay,
Not very much. Not very
What
much.
like what's some other than rap? Well,
What
you know, okay, name something you listen to. Rap. You listen to your rap at all, Frank?
I used to, like growing up, I think that everybody in the 90s pretty much got stuck into that whole, like, Dr. Dre, Chronic,
Everyone
Snoop
was
Dogg,
required to
Bubba
like rap in the
Duds.
90s.
And then
Yeah.
once I heard, like, Eminem, I didn't care about any of those other guys. 'Cause
Eminem's
Eminem was,
great.
like, the most original rapper I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It was like, wow,
Yeah.
a
I
fucking
really-
white kid who sounds like a white guy and just this
Yeah.
goofy ass, just, it's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny rap. It's, what
Yeah,
it is. It's
it
fucking
is.
hilarious to me. So
It is.
yeah, he's one of the ones that got me. I was like, wow, this guy's a good artist. He actually cares about.
Yeah, I was
Reinventing the
I was
wheel.
certainly a child of the '90s, man, and like I was really silly. I was going to carousel skate, you know what I mean? Fucking, I was going to Patrick Henry. Like this is just like I only did this for like 6th grade and 7th grade, but man, I was in the hardcore. How old are you? You're like what in 6th grade? 11, 12,
12,
probably.
yeah.
whatever. 11, 12, 13, 12, and 13.
If
That
you're
sounds-
held
that
back.
sounds
Yeah,
about.
that might be it.
Well, I'm saying
I think
like
I
6th and
was,
7th
because-
grade. If you're in 7th grade, you're 13, right?
Yeah.
Well, I graduated
Yeah,
late,
that
so
sounds
I was
right.
like, I wasn't super senior, but I was 19 when I graduated.
Did you just start late? Is that kind of what happened? Like, you
I
had
went
to- 'cause
through
your birthday's on
preschool
an odd
twice.
time? How the fuck do you have to go through? That's stupid.
Because my mom was like, no, every time you gotta go to school. She's like, every time you have to
No,
go
it's
to
not
school,
Jake's
like,
fault.
Cha-ching!
It's not Jake's fault that something like that would
My
happen.
mom made me do it again because
Yeah.
I would not tolerate going to school.
Because school fucking sucks. It's
So,
boring.
yeah.
People think that there's such thing as ADD. No, man, you just don't give a shit. That's what ADD is.
You're going with your fucking your
sitting there
mental
doing the same
instincts.
shit.
I need to do something else
Like
besides
6th,
this.
7th, and 8th grade.
Number...
Same history lesson.
Did you guys
every
graduate?
fucking
Did you
year.
graduate?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
graduated.
graduated.
You guys both graduated from high
Yeah.
school?
Yeah.
That's cool. I got expelled when I was 15. No, I was fucking sophomore. So yeah, 15. I think.
Expelled when you were sophomore, you bring a bunch of fucking smack.
No, they
Expelled
had
a bunch of kids.
I bet you're just
Yeah.
talking shit to the principal or something.
Talking
no,
smack.
I fucking they had a policy there, or they instituted this thing where it was like 30 unexcused absences
Oh yeah, I remember that.
would equate an expulsion,
Yeah.
and so like fucking.
You just skip all the
If
time.
you got no, dude, that's the thing. I always just be late and fucking like if you're it's like for every 3 times
Yeah.
you're late, you're gonna have one of those fucking
Yeah.
those, like, whatever deals.
Yeah.
And I managed to rack up, you know what I mean? So that's 90 times that I'm late, but I showed up. It's like fuck, I'm
Dude,
there.
I don't understand the whole late thing because you have like a homeroom or ad room. Remember that shit?
They kicked me out
Yep.
for that, man. It's totally true.
Retarded. And what do? You sit there for 20 minutes
Yeah.
until they send you to your first fucking actual class.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
I
had
was
like
in high school.
coaches and shit.
I was
that were
fucking.
my
I remember
teachers, so
days
they weren't
that
teaching
I would
me.
have my fucking everything ready for school. I'd be like, all right, I got my CD player ready. I got my stuff. I'm woken up. I'm good. I got my shoes. I got new clothes.
Today's
I was
the
in the shower.
day.
I was like, I'm
You're
good
more
today.
prepared than I am.
All right, got my fucking
Nobody's
Pantera
gonna
CD
bring
in.
me
No,
down.
seriously, I was
Oh,
like, dude, shut the fuck up.
That song was queued up. That song was gonna go off when you woke up. Nobody gonna cramp my style. I'm gonna be Jakey today. Alright, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to narrate. Keep going though. Let me narrate while you go.
No, so I was like,
Commentary.
I was like, so I got my Pantera CD. I got everything. I'm ready to go. Get good going. You know, whatever. I get in the car. Get all the way there. Turn around. All right. My book bag's gone.
Oh.
Go all the way back
Must
home.
have.
Fucking faster. And then I fucking get there. And then I had to fucking grab my book bag, get back. I'm like 20 minutes late. All the fucking time. That or if I get to school, right? Get to school, me and my sister are running in. Why you get us late? Well, fucking I tried. I drove your ass here, didn't I? We're running down the hallways, and sometimes you just barely beat that bell. Sometimes you find something funny outside in the hallway that distracts you for a minute.
Something shiny.
Yeah, something shiny.
Dogs are outstanding. Yeah, that's silly. But
Sometimes dogs are brown.
yeah, no, I got kicked out. I got my
Ooh, she
GED fucking the next year. I think.
Your good enough diploma?
Yeah, I got that. I got that fucking.
Yeah.
That.
There ain't nothing. There's no difference between that and actually graduating.
Yeah, it's
There's
the
no
same
fucking difference.
thing.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, I got
And
it.
they always
I
say
got
you
it
can't
over
get
the
a
summer.
job with that one. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, I got it over that. I got it over that
People.
summer after I fucking got kicked out. And I was like, well, fuck this.
Doesn't matter.
And then fucking move back, playing shit. So fucking. Did you guys hear about what's going on with Nickelback this week?
I never know what's going on with Nickelback.
All right. Well, you're gonna probably be interested. You're gonna be interested in knowing this.
Not
No.
true.
I looked up on NickelbackNews.com. It's Nickelback. It's Nickelback.com /news.
I get, yeah. It's like one of their menu options on their homepage.
God, screw this. Why do we get it?
What do you mean? What are you
Because he
talking?
wants to poke fun at Nickelback.
No, that's not even true, dude. I'm trying to
Because
support their
liars.
career. Hey, if we don't support this thing, it may not make it. They may not go the distance. So just calm down. 2012 has been an amazing year for Nickelback, but we'd love to hear your favorite Nickelback moments
Had
from
it
the
only
past
ended.
From the past, what, 20 years?
Just from the past 12 months, all right? Just your favorite moments. All you have to do is log into the community. But here's the deal. This is how giving they are. If you click in and you sign up and you share your favorite memory, one random chosen fan will win an autographed guitar.
Wow.
It's probably a fucking PRS too, ain't it?
No, it's an acoustic and it's got a pick guard on it. I don't know if
And a
you
whammy
can
bar.
see this. It's got a pick guard on it that says Nickelback.
It's a sticker, dude.
No, it's on it. It's on the pick guard, all right?
Yeah, it's a sticker on the pick card.
Well, we don't know. It may or may not be a sticker.
Not like the fucking thing's engraved into it.
Hey, we don't know. We don't know.
I'm just saying, dude.
I'm looking at it. It looks like it's inlaid in pearl,
Okay, dude.
It's in diamond.
like real, actual mother of pearl.
Well, you know they actually do use pearl for inlays. That's completely true.
Well, hey, man.
And like a Gibson, that's pearl inlays.
I heard that.
So that is what's going on with Nickelback, and I encourage everyone to go and just like we should just raid.
Get a little nostalgic.
All
going. Get a
20,
guitar.
all 26 of us. All 26 of us should. All the people who like the Humpcast so far should just storm the fucking Nickelback site and share their favorite memory. Because if one of us gets that fucking guitar, we've got to somehow have the Humpcast involved in like auctioning that off. Like we don't want any money. I just want to be a part of supporting that band because they've given so much to me.
Dude, we could go buy a cheap ass $100 guitar at like Guitar Center, and then buy a Nickelback sticker,
I don't think.
and totally pull that off, dog.
Just sign it.
Just sign it. We sign it.
No shit.
We put the sticker on. We sign it.
Oh shit! Wait, we're still on film. Hey, do you believe in Bigfoot?
No. No, I don't. But I love.
I
Fanatical
believe in
Monsters.
troglodyte.
That's a band,
Yeah. I believe in
as
them.
well as.
That's like I believe in Guar.
They're all about Bigfoot though.
Are they really?
Troglodyte, yeah.
I didn't know that. Is that
Everything
what
they
their
talk
like
about.
foundation of their lyrics and
Everything they
shit?
talk about. Well,
Or is it just
pretty
monsters and
much
shit?
what they talk about.
Have you seen any of the like people out there that are like talking about like that are presenting evidence towards like big like or not
Oh, like Monster Quest
like,
and
hey,
shit, dude?
I don't know. I guess I haven't seen Monster Quest. What's that?
It's a History Channel show that talks about monsters like Nessie and Bigfoot and all sorts of shit, man.
Well, I mean
Werewolves.
there's
Chupacabra.
right.
There you go,
They're
dude.
saying that there's a missing link. You know what I mean? Something that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, primitive man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neanderthals is what you're talking about, where they're pretty much completely covered with hair and they
like
look like
bipedal,
walking gorillas. that stand
bipedal
up.
gorillas. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they.
So do these.
Wookiees.
But yeah, but I mean like or whatever. You know what I mean? Some
Sure.
weird missing link. So do you think that? Do you think it's possible? Like within the realm of possibility?
So these.
You may be in like the jungles of Africa or some shit.
What I gotta
But
say.
in South America.
not Oregon.
What the?
Or not Oregon? Not Oregon.
It's
What-
not out here, dude.
Here, what I've got to say about it.
Maybe
is
Canada. Canada's pretty
So,
fucking open.
These
Well,
guys.
exactly, dude. That's what I would say.
There's a lot of people that haven't been through all of Canada, so.
Well, there you go, man. Fucking.
Maybe, yeah. Probably not around here or around the fucking States, though, because are you telling me that the primitive beings of who we are don't notice that there's these fucking things all around them and they don't ever go to check it out? Ever?
I don't know. Hang on.
Food that I'm making and shit. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Fucking do that all the time, dude.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Fucking. We were talking about Bigfoot for some reason.
We're talking about Bigfoot
Well,
and
it
the
was-
Neanderthals and the whole.
All right. Yeah, well,
are they
well,
practical beings?
Well, let's just run through the gamut then. So you're like you don't think it's likely that there's a missing link we haven't discovered that lives in the Pacific Northwest? Yes or no?
It's kind of fucking retarded.
Yes
I
or
think it's
no?
unlikely. That's the best I think.
I would.
Sure.
I don't know. I think it's not outside of the realm of possibility. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just saying
I'm
low
kinda pleading the
probability
fifth.
is what I'm saying.
You think it's a lower probability?
Yeah.
So you tend to lean towards no.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah, so-
how about aliens?
Oh, I totally believe in aliens, dude.
Absolutely.
There's no question. There's
Aliens.
somewhere.
Let me clarify.
aliens that are on this planet.
Well, look, okay. I didn't.
Men in
I'm
Black?
saying like just aliens that have been sighted. But do you think there's aliens that live on the planet?
There's a possibility. I mean,
Oh,
there's a huge
totally.
possibility of all that.
There's a limitless possibility.
Dude, we
man.
can't even like get to the core of the Earth. God knows what's out there, dude. And in the bottom of the ocean, relatively unexplored.
Right.
Nobody has
dude.
any idea what's down there.
That's crazy to me.
And that's ridiculous. So it's like, let's go to the moon, but we don't even know what's on our own planet. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, sure.
how about we fucking stay on the planet?
Well,
Figure that shit out, and then we'll go do other stuff.
yeah, or even
Instead
like
of blowing
how-
thousands
or
or
even,
millions
like-
of dollars on shit we don't need.
Yeah, I mean, you
It has no practicality.
you run into walls. You know what I mean when you go to the subatomic level and find out that most matter is mostly empty space. You're like, what?
And then that
Like,
empty
how is-
space,
how is
they
this
think that
empty
there's something
space, like-
that occupies it called like dark matter.
Right? Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? Like that's some really insane shit. So
Yeah, there's nothing
Sure.
more trippy than that. That's what people who don't understand science boggle my mind. No, dude,
But
it's not that
aliens.
interesting. He's like,
Aliens,
science
though.
is amazing. Aliens?
okay, let me clarify not aliens. Aliens that have made contact with human beings, like the typical
Alien
like,
abductions
like
and
the
shit like that.
majority, like you know what I mean. There seems to be like a these themes, you know what I mean. Obviously, like with flying
Roswell
saucers,
kind of shit. Yeah.
grays, and fucking, you know what I mean?
Dude, there's
do,
no
do you
question
do you
about
think
that.
that there is weight to that? Do you think that that's like that?
A real thing?
Yeah.
That there's unidentified flying objects that are spotted all the time?
No. That they have made contact with us. Like
Oh,
that
they made
these
contact.
descriptions. Yeah, that they.
That we're just not aware about? Like they make contact with the government
They're
or something?
just gonna
like that?
randomly, like, you know, like abduct, like, you know, Joe Schmo out in Idaho and fucking his wife or something. You know?
Well, it's a possibility, but have you ever seen like the X-Files or anything like that?
Oh yeah.
Like they do a good episode on there where they're talking about how the government pretends to be aliens to abduct people and make the aliens look like they're evil. Like that's what they do, is they abduct people and probe them and test you.
What do they have to gain, like, by doing that?
What do they have to get? Because then they have
Because it
fear
looks like
of
they're not
aliens.
doing it.
Then people fear aliens when
And
the
it looks
aliens are
like-
actually not here to do anything maniacal to us.
And it looks like the government's not doing it.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like
It looks
it's
like
a scapegoat.
Yeah, it's a scapegoat. It's exactly what it is. You know, like what if the aliens are here in peace
Oh, come on.
and they want to
3
help
seconds,
us and
3
give us
seconds, 2,
technology
2,
and
3,
do all that kind of stuff.
Go!
Okay.
I don't know. That's the idea behind the episode. I'm not saying that's what I believe for a real life scenario. It's just the idea behind the episode. It's a possibility.
Huh. Oh yeah. I mean, I would definitely say it's a possibility. I mean, but what do you think about the concept of maybe there's some sort of like fucking, well, Illuminati of sorts? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like a
you're
fucking-
talking about like
higher upper
a
crust
crazy underground conspiracy that's ran by aliens, like an Alex Jones theory of aliens run the earth. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, like more like some sort of correlation. I'm just saying, like, what do you know? I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Have you heard about this stuff? Like, you
Absolutely.
know, like with the
Absolutely.
way, you know, where the way it correlates with the ancient aliens, and then like how these
Oh, yeah.
civilizations, like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking, and well, we have the one.
It's like a fucking amazing show. That's why that show's
Well, the
fucking
few
great.
things that fucking you do have to recognize
Ancient astronauts.
is that, and this is, you know, obviously we're jumping around crazy, non
Of
sequitur
course.
between topics, but if you're looking, you know, there are some things that you can kind of put together. Like, okay, right now we do unfortunately live in kind of a sick society where we're kind of given enough to be happy with, and the concentration of wealth is really declined, and people like
Absolutely.
people are-
1%
people
own
are-
99%. Which is
people
pretty
are
fucking
completely
ridiculous.
people are completely complacent. You know what I mean? They can be confronted with the most horrifying shit, and they will fucking be like,
Just ignore it.
"Whoa,
Just take it. Just bend
Yeah.
over and
well,
take
but
it.
I can still go to my house tonight, and right, and, you know."
Yeah, for now. But you know how easy
Right.
it is for them to just put their finger on you and that shit's gone.
Right.
You have nothing.
But you know, it's
It's
hard.
kind of ridiculous.
But
that
once
any
you
one
start
person
doing
has
that, shit,
power.
people are going to start swearing. You know, there's going to be a horrible revolution. I think. You know what I mean? And
Well,
Questions are gonna be
horrible
asked.
or great. It depends on your perspective on what a revolution would do.
yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I
Hopefully
personally.
things would-
Holy shit.
Hopefully things wouldn't progress to a full-on fucking, like, you know, what I
Anarchy?
mean? Yeah, ridiculousness. But I mean, like, as far as political grassroots action, it seems like it's getting harder and harder for people to take steps to do that. I mean, they wouldn't let Nader into fucking. They wouldn't even let him in, even though he had a fucking pass to fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To go and talk to fucking Fox News.
Yeah.
You know, the people that run those fucking presidential debates, those corporations that run those presidential
Yeah,
debates.
well, they're all funded. That's people don't even realize that. They don't. You follow the
They're
money,
the ones that pick and
and you
choose
find
who can
this
fucking
shit.
people, like, basically who they can vote for, because
Yeah, there's only
If-
two parties you
but
get to
what's-
vote
but
for. You
what
get
now-
two choices. That's it.
exactly. But
It's
why are
ridiculous.
people so fucking silly, you know, and so fucking
Yeah, I mean,
stupid to fucking be
I
like,
don't know.
oh, that's it.
Like-
So
like-
I'm not gonna choose a third candidate because this is the only things that seem viable.
but even when
because
there's
that's
a
what's on
viable-
TV. The TV told me.
But even when there's a
Sexbox
viable
told me.
candidate
Sexbox.
like Ron
That is
Paul,
the best.
who's a completely viable candidate,
Yeah.
who is running for the Republican primary,
Yeah.
he lost to a fucking Mormon who believes in magic underwear.
Yeah, because that's what Sexbox told me.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm just saying, people don't even like look at the candidates. It's like, oh, he looks wholesome. He looks clean cut. That's the guy. Oh, what he's talking about is exactly what I think I want to hear. And then when he gets into office, he doesn't do any of the shit he was talking about.
Right.
And you end up in the same position that we are right now. Like, don't get me wrong, Obama sounded wonderful.
Yeah.
He sounded like he was going to change the nation.
Yeah, he was.
One guy can't do it. I mean, he's just the president. He's the spokesperson
Yeah,
for the
he's a
country.
spokesperson. All right.
People don't even realize
And I
that
should-
he's not even that big of an integral part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I hear exactly what you're saying. people out there, you know, if you're hearing these topics, please feel free to post on our Facebook page about like how you feel about some of this shit. Jumping from conspiracy to conspiracy. Fucking.
We're gonna sound like
Well,
movies
Illuminati,
here.
yeah,
we're
yeah.
conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Now Illuminati
JFK.
is JFK.
He was taken out by the Illuminati because he was fucking what? Did you hear his last speech?
Yes, I did.
You all right?
Yes, I did.
He
Dude.
talks-
Who hasn't heard that?
he-
But
well,
that's
he-
talking about taking down the
he tur-
Fed, and then they take him out. It's like, you can't take down the Fed. The Fed funds the money. Who controls the money? Controls the nation. Controls the power.
So you don't think it's within the realm of like the scope of possibility that fucking he got killed because he
Oh.
he says work for a secret society's fucking, you know what I mean?
You know,
Fucking, he's
they
saying
say
that
there was a
shit.
second shooter on the grassy knoll, and then there's a lot of evidence that is obviously, you know, contradictory to that, and there's a lot of evidence that proves that there's a possibility that there was more than one angle that he was shot at.
The magic bullet.
Yeah, there's more than one angle that he was shot at.
No, it wasn't.
Now you can watch that Oliver Stone movie.
Him and his
think
brother,
that-
though. I mean,
that's
like, I
what
mean,
it was,
you
but-
don't think that? I mean, for politicians being killed, you don't hear about a lot of other ones. You know what I mean? Like
That's because a lot of other ones don't have the balls to do it. I mean, he was Irish, dude. I mean, you got to think about that. Granted, he brought prostitutes and shit, but he probably had a fucking bad attitude to people.
So you don't think? It's, so you don't think that there was some sort of conspiracy to kill him? I mean, you think it was just one random guy that?
Me? Personally, you're asking my personal opinion about it.
Yep.
Uh,
You're the guest, so I'm drilling.
I personally do
I'll
think
give you
that
my-
there is a possibility that he was definitely assassinated from internal sources by something domestic. Now, if that gets me shot when I leave here, then so be it.
well, exactly. What can you do, man?
But I'm just saying that, you know, the possibility is there. Who knows, man? Who fucking knows? The only way you find out is by questioning things, and that's the problem with society today, is nobody questions anything. Everybody just goes along with it. You eat shitty food. You know, you work your ass off for crappy fucking pay compared to what a billionaire makes in like an hour.
right.
So, I mean, he makes more in an hour than we'd make in our entire lives. It's absurd. And nobody works that hard. I
They're
don't
loving
care.
it, dude. They're loving
Yeah,
it.
I don't care who you are. Nobody works that hard. Nobody's worth that. That's not living comfortably. That's, you know,
It's excessive.
Very
It's
one-sided.
farly excessive. Excessive doesn't even quite describe how ridiculous it is.
Well, I think what it is there are addicts in the world. You know, I certainly have an addictive personality, whether it be gambling and all kinds of shit.
Hence the beer and the,
The beer, the cigarettes, the things you don't see off the camera. I'm banging heroin in the fucking closet.
Shit. Dude, this guy's gonna kill me.
I found somebody's hair here.
Oh, fuck.
Must be yours, Donnie.
Left it outside for a minute, man. Just trying to keep it cold. God damn, I could have put it right on the living room floor.
No, I think that the most dangerous things to society, you know, if you're not just a lunatic and you're not out hurting people, is these greed addicts.
Well, I think even the lunatics that are hurting people, some of that is staged. From my perspective, because, you know, the
Here we
country
go,
has
here we go.
absolutely no
Yeah,
problem.
Exactly. Here it go.
Has absolutely no problem with breaking laws or deceiving the public in order to achieve
Oh,
its
Jesus.
secret.
We are gonna get
it's-
killed when we leave this room, dude.
Are you that paranoid?
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
The thing is, I got no power.
Questions are.
I mean, what kind of threat am I to these motherfuckers? I'm no threat whatsoever.
Zero.
I'm zero threat. I mean, what am I gonna do? I mean, I can tell you right now that there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I
the
can
only
probably.
thing we can do is collectively, if there was a large enough group of us, large group of stupid people, we could fuck some shit
Right.
up.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, yeah, that's the idea. I'm trying to assemble as many stupid people that have managed to like poke their heads out
Blind
the fucking
rage.
door and squint their eyes at the sun of
and
knowledge.
see what's
out of-
going on, yeah. And actually just question. You know, like, I'm not saying that the government would do such things. I'm saying that the possibility is that any government could do such things. They have
Any
the
of us,
power to
yeah.
do such things, and they should have to answer logical questions for the things that
Yes.
are unexplained. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm not saying, like, the whole 9/11 conspiracy. A lot of people think that it was inside job, or on the other side of the spectrum, people think that there's no way the country would ever do that. I'm saying, you don't know what happened. It could have been, there could have been two forces working undercover, you know,
To be quite, I mean,
fighting each other, and we had no idea what was going on, and it just spilled out in the open.
well,
we don't know.
does that bring the point up then that could they actually have the ability to, you know what I mean, pull that off? I mean, to some extent, I guess. Okay, obviously the buildings were destroyed because you go to New York and you see that they're destroyed, right? I mean,
Of course.
none of us have gone there. I haven't gone there and seen the destroyed buildings, but we know people who've gone there or whatever.
Yeah.
And fucking, is it within the scope of possibility then if it were some place that they had sealed off, they could just completely construct this? A bunch of people just disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of like a wag the dog type thing. Like real
They're
life wag
dead,
like they
man.
construct a
They're-
war that doesn't
they're
happen.
dead.
They construct an event that just doesn't happen.
I think it
Just because
actually.
they have like with all the technology.
I feel that it actually happened.
it's already
that it was obviously people died.
No, I'm
Obviously,
talking
it was
about.
a
I'm talking
tragedy.
about. Could you think 9/11 could be faked?
It was faked a long
No,
time
I'm
ago.
not
There was
talking-
what was that? What was that? The ship. God damn it! There was a ship back in like the 1950s.
Are you talking about the Gulf?
Gulf of Tonkin.
yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, it's the thing that started the Vietnam War.
Exactly.
They said it was a miscommunication.
And they said
it
that
was a miscommunication because they reported that this ship had been attacked and that it had been sank and that these people died or whatever, and that was our excuse to roll in and fucking
and it never happened.
start. Yeah, but it never happened. Yeah.
It never happened, and that's what's put us in the
Well,
Vietnam War.
But
which
you know what it was? You know what it was?
Ridiculous.
Well, the war. But that's what I'm saying. Like the war itself is just a. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, it's a way to
just
make
a
money.
symptom because Gulf of
It's a
Tonkin.
really great way
If
to
you're
make
if
money.
you're in a if you're in a battleship and fucking supposedly like the other side of that is they fire a missile on you, that's an attack.
You defend yourself.
Whether
and you fire
whether
back.
it, whether
That's
it
how I
hits
feel.
your ship and sinks it, like whoever I say but whoever chose to report that as it hit our ship and or it hit that ship and it sank, and that that's the motivation to take action. Versus they fired on one of our ships and it fucking it detonated away from the ship. They were interviewing one of the guys on that ship and he's like to me that he's like, you can say what you want, but that was an attack. I certainly felt attacked.
They
They
shot
shot
at
yeah, they fucking shot at him. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to think about this too. Like
it's an aggressive act, dude. That's
it
the
is an
shit.
aggressive act, but let's say they're both traveling in the open sea, obviously, and you come across another country that's possibly in your territory that probably shouldn't be there, because that's an aggressive act. That's like trespassing.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? And,
yeah.
Or even if you're in neutral waters.
Absolutely.
I mean, there could be
Pirates.
many reasons as to why that happens.
Fucking pirates. It all comes down to pirates.
I personally just don't.
It's always back to pirates.
I don't see how you can then mobilize a full-on military assault on a country that's on the other side of the fucking world. That's how I don't get how you get from
but
that
You don't get it?
all the way over there.
Okay, well then, what if these lines get connected? What if somehow they were the people that were running the radio waves that should belong to the people that control the radio waves, the people that control our fucking news networks and the way that fucking the information is dispersed, the people that control our money, if they find it profitable for us to go into a war, and to make it unwinnable, because they gave these parameters to fucking
Obviously.
the guys that were going into Vietnam that were like totally,
They have no idea what they're getting themselves
yeah,
into.
there was I mean, I could look it up. They were given these tactical
options
fucking-
that were
that were-
impractical for the
yeah,
surroundings.
exactly. So it made it, like everyone was like, well, the Vietnamese kind of dug in against an army that was they were way outmatched by, but it's like they weren't able to had their hands tied. I think through a lot of it. I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't seem like that war was meant to be won.
No, I don't think a lot of the wars
Or
are
to be ended.
They're meant to be sustained so that the income still comes in. I mean, the arms dealers are one of the biggest moneymakers of.
Okay,
any
so if
sort
those
of industrialization.
corporations then are like you take these corporations that are doing that and the banks that are lending them the money that are profiting off of us dying and fucking controlling our media and controlling our information.
True.
Okay, so as soon as you acknowledge that, how far out of the realm of possibility is it? Then there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not far at all. I mean, I fully see what you're saying, man. Like, I've always felt that way, that, maybe there's something holding a blind over your eyes, like you have no idea what's really going on.
Well, an agenda that isn't really. All right, we're rolling. We're talking about insane fucking shit in the current status quo. So for all you guys out there that still really consider your rights valuable, like you know, things like not
Some
having
are,
the
some
government
are still
in
valuable.
your house.
You can still
Thank you.
use some of that, but there is a certain level where they can just take it away if they want to. So
We'd like to keep them.
I would say like the
That'd be
cops
cool.
aren't gonna like do things like that, but federal agents they can do whatever they want, man. It don't matter. CIA decides to grab your ass in a black van,
Yeah.
they're gonna.
Right.
They ain't gotta tell nobody.
So, have a great day. We really have a great
Sleep
rest
well.
of the day. Sleep well tonight. We really want to thank you for coming on and checking us out on the YouTubes and
Facebooks.
the Facebooks, and
The Facebook.
yep. Maybe we could hit up Bangs, see if he'll sponsor us.
Oh, dude, Banks. Let's get Banks in here, dude.
Let's get Bangs involved. I don't
Your
know.
boy Banks next week.
Absolutely. We'll see if we can get Bangs on next week. But we want to thank Frank for coming on. I don't have my fucking ovation here right now, so I'm gonna skip the rest of the day. But
That's not possible, dude.
yeah, I gotta do it. Fucking
Bum.
whatever. Fucking make sure that you get your friends to like our page and share our page and fucking have a wonderful evening, folks. Anything else you kids want to throw in before we close out the cast?
You gotta fucking zoom in on this ending scene,
Oh
dude.
shit! All right. This is the end.
Sub-Zero scared. Sub-Zero. Oh, I just ice you. Are you serious? Yeah, I guess we get Sub-Zero.
Oh lordy.
But just don't touch me, just don't touch me, stupid bitch. It's kinda real hard. What you gonna do when I pull your car toe to toe? We can go. Show me, nigga, what you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking into that shit. All right. Thanks again. Thanks again to Common Sense. I'm gonna go find Jack. Where's he at? Ooh, I appreciate it. Oh shit. Where's he at? There they are.
Yeah.